You are the type of owner who hates seeing your dog scared. The moment they tremble, you are already moving toward them, voice softening, whispering, "It is okay." That instinct makes you a good human. But every time you say those words in that worried tone, you are doing something neurologically specific. You are confirming that the scary thing is real. To your dog's brain, your comfort is not reassurance. It is validation. And that distinction changes everything about how fear gets handled. This video is for the owner who has tried everything. You've held your dog through thunderstorms. You've stroked them during fireworks. And somehow, every year it seems to get worse, not better. You're not doing it wrong because you are a bad owner. You're doing it wrong because your best instinct is working against your dog's nervous system. Here's what's actually happening and what to do instead. Let us start with the feedback loop because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. When your dog encounters something frightening, their brain is running a fast, unconscious calculation. Is this dangerous? Should I be afraid? They look to their environment for data. And the most important piece of data in that environment is you. So when you rush over, crouch down, and say, "It is okay," in a slightly elevated, tight, worried voice, your dog is not hearing the words. They are reading the signal. And the signal says, "My owner is concerned. My owner is responding. Something must be wrong." You just answered their question. Yes, this is dangerous. Yes, the fear response was correct. And here is the part that really matters. Repetition builds neurological pathways. Every time this cycle plays out, the connection between that trigger and the fear response gets reinforced. The dog is not being dramatic. They are being trained. By you, by your love. That is the uncomfortable truth at the center of this whole thing. Now let us go deeper into the science, because understanding the mechanism is what makes the method make sense. Dogs are extraordinary readers of biological state, not body language in the casual sense, but actual physiological data. Heart rate elevation, cortisol shifts, microexpressions that last less than a quarter of a second. Your dog is reading all of it, constantly, in real time. They are not interpreting what you mean. They are detecting what you are. So when your dog is scared and you become worried about your dog being scared, you are now transmitting a second layer of anxiety into the room. You started as a neutral reference point and became a second source of alarm. The dog's nervous system picks this up and it compounds. Now they are scared of the thunder and they are scared because you are scared. The environment just got more dangerous, not less. Here is the piece that stops most people cold. The pity voice, that high-pitched, drawn-out, "ooh," it is aka tone, is neurologically processed by dogs in a way that is nearly identical to a reward marker. Think about that. The vocal quality you use when you feel terrible for your dog, soft, elevated, elongated, lands in their brain the same way a treat marker does. It signals what you are doing right now is correct. If they were panicking when they heard it, you just rewarded the panic. You didn't mean to, but you did. This is not about blame. This is about biology, and biology does not care about your intentions. So what do you actually do instead? This is called the neutral presence protocol, and it is simpler than it sounds but harder than it looks. When a fear event happens, your job is to become the most boring, stable thing in the room. Not cold, not distant, boring. There is a difference. You are not ignoring your dog. You are providing them with the one data point that actually helps proof that the environment is not a crisis. Here is what that looks like in practice. When the fear event starts, do not move toward your dog. Do not crouch. Do not speak. Keep your face neutral, not forced, not plastered with a fake smile, just calm. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. Now move naturally and slowly to another part of the room. Maybe sit down. Maybe pick up a book. You are not performing calm, you are manufacturing it, and your dog's nervous system will detect it immediately. Remember, they are reading your heart rate. They are reading your cortisol. If your physiology is flat, their nervous system receives permission to flatten too. You are essentially lending them your regulated state. That is what leadership actually means in this context. Not commands, not control, regulation. Now here is the key step that most people miss. Wait for a micro moment of calm. It might be tiny. A single second where your dog lifts their head instead of panting. A moment where the shaking pauses. A breath that is slightly slower than the last one. The moment you see it, quietly mark it. A soft good or a small treat, nothing dramatic. You are not celebrating the fear. You are rewarding the recovery. You are marking the moment their nervous system chose to come back down, and you are making that moment meaningful. Do this consistently and you are building a new neurological pathway. Fear event happens. Owner stays calm. I find calm. Calm gets noticed. Calm is the right answer. The results owners report when they make this shift are significant. Most describe noticeable changes within 1 to 2 weeks of consistent practice. Not that the trigger disappears. Not that the dog never reacts. But that recovery time shortens dramatically. What used to be 40 minutes of trembling becomes 10. What used to escalate into hours becomes something that passes. And here is the reframe that I want you to hold on to. Your dog does not need to be fixed. They are not broken. They are scared and they are looking for a stable reference point in the environment. You have always been that reference point. You just did not know what a stable reference point actually looks like to a dog's brain. It does not look like comfort. It looks like certainty. It looks like an owner who walks into the room during a thunderstorm and does not react, who sits down, who breathes, who is completely, almost frustratingly calm. That is not cold. That is not withholding love. That is the deepest form of care available to you in that moment. Because it is the only form of care that your dog's nervous system can actually receive and use. Your instinct to run toward them, to hold them, to whisper reassurances, that instinct comes from a real and good place. It is the same instinct that makes you a devoted owner. But a dog is not a child who needs words. They are a nervous system looking for a signal, and you get to choose what signal you send. Next time your dog is scared, try this. Don't speak. Don't crouch. Just breathe slowly, move calmly, and let your nervous system do the talking. Give it 2 weeks of consistency and watch what changes. If this shifted how you think about your dog's fear, share it with someone who is still whispering it is okay and wondering why nothing is getting better. They need to hear this too. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.